One of the challenges that men face is the challenge around articulating what they want, desire, and need. But another challenge they face around communication is being able to speak to what they are unhappy about, or to what they are feeling vulnerable about, or just speaking to the fact that there is dissatisfaction in some area of their relationship. And this is what I call the conversation I'm not having is exercise, because this is really around recognizing the conversation that you're not having. There's a really powerful exercise in Unbound by Cassia Urbanek, where she has this sentence stem, which is the conversation I'm not having is. And the idea is that you fill out that prompt. And this is an exercise that really anyone can and ought to do. Because when we get real about the conversations that we're not having, it helps us see where we are giving away an essential part of ourselves in order to have the illusion of peace. For men, this is especially critical because a lot of times men will keep silent about what is going on for them. They won't have the conversations they need to be having, and they won't do it because they feel like if they say something, they won't get what they want, or it'll be used against them or weaponized, or because they don't even fully know what they want. And I say this from my own prior experience because in relationships in the past, I would not speak up about what I wanted or needed. Instead, I would just shut down. And this ended up hurting those relationships immeasurably because I didn't know how to have the conversation I needed to be having. And I wasn't willing to have that conversation because I was afraid of getting rejected or having it weaponized or otherwise used against me. And sometimes that did happen, but not all the time. And what I learned really is that one, find somebody who can truly have those conversations with you and is going to support you in having them. That doesn't mean they're going to automatically agree with you. It doesn't automatically mean you're going to get what you want. It doesn't mean that there won't be a tough exchange. What it does mean is that you will find a way to connect and have the conversation together that needs to be had. When you're with somebody who is in, with, and for you, it makes a significant difference. But the other thing is, doing this exercise can help bring to your awareness the conversations that you're not having. I used this exercise a couple of years ago when I was in the midst of a breakup, and it really helped me to understand the conversations that I wasn't having with the person I was breaking up with at the time. One of the things that I gave, or one aspect that I gave myself permission around, was that I didn't necessarily have to have the conversation with that person, but I did need to recognize it. And by recognizing it, it helped me get real and helped me get clarity around what I wasn't saying and how that was affecting me. And in the grand scheme of things, I let a lot of those conversations not happen because I didn't really feel the need to try and make them happen. But it taught me a lot about what I was doing, and it also taught me a lot about how I wasn't feeling safe in that relationship. And this is one of the tools that I use when I work with my clients, where we really examine what are the conversations that you're not having, because by exploring the conversations that we're not having, we get to understand the ways that we are shutting ourselves down. And yes, the other person may be playing a role in that, but here's another principle to really keep in mind, that what you allow is what you tolerate. So if I allow someone to shut me down and I don't speak up, I am essentially endorsing them doing that. I'm endorsing them disrespecting me. It's really important that you understand that if you are allowing someone to shut you down, that is creating part of the power dynamic, the unconscious power dynamic that is actually working against you. We don't want to be in an unconscious power dynamic because when we are in an unconscious power dynamic, it prevents us from fully showing up in presence and with awareness. What we really want to be doing is showing up with an understanding that, okay, here's the conversation that I'm not having. I recognize my part in it, and I'm going to do something about it. When you make the effort to have the conversation, even though it may not be easy, even though it may be hard, Doing that hard thing is going to actually help you build the muscles that you need to have, the mental and emotional muscles that you need to have in order to have a truly successful relationship. And the reality is that she is looking for that from you. She is looking for your ability to speak up and to voice what is going on within you. That doesn't mean she's always going to receive it easily or gracefully, and that's something that you need to be aware of. But let's be honest here, you're probably not receiving everything that she shares with ease and grace either. This is part of being in a relationship, and yet I would share that it can be easy. It really just involves being willing to have the conversation and to connect, and being willing to speak to what is going on within and what needs to be addressed. That can make a significant difference in the overall success of the conversations that you have, and it can help you to connect more meaningfully. If you need help with this, drop a comment below and let me know, and reach out, because you're not alone in this process and experience, and you don't have to be alone. And if you're interested in being in a supported environment where you can learn how to voice and speak your desires, sign up for Sacred Yes, which is happening next week. There's a link below in the show notes. Or commit to the 8-week devotion cohort, which is starting up in January. I hope to see you in either one, and thank you for watching.